right, we have head UTSA softball coach Vann Stuedeman's weekly virtual presser the week of February 2nd, 2026. Roadrunners set to embark on the 2026 campaign, first hosting the UTSA Invitational, which will see three ranked opponents, Texas, Washington, and Nebraska, all headed to Roadrunner Field in the opening weekend. Coach, if you could start us off with an opening statement, then we'll open it up to questions using the raise hand function.
Well, thank you, Ryan. 2026 is here. Birds up. Wow, what a way to start the year. Defending national champion. I think Nebraska's ranked preseason 9, and Washington is preseason 25, maybe. So we're going to cut our teeth here here soon this week, and then get the year rolling. I've told you, our sports information person, to put an asterisk by the statistic line this week.
All right, we'll open it up to questions. Justin?
Yeah, Coach, I mean, you say you just kind of glaze over. That's 3 top 25 teams in week 1. Like, that's kind of a heck of a way to start. Asterisk next to the statistics, maybe, but what do you want to come out of this weekend playing those 3 games, playing those 3 teams, even if it means, maybe the statistics aren't great, maybe the win-loss record doesn't look great?
Well, we've talked a lot about that, what we want to learn and accomplish from the weekend, and we've talked about composure, and I've told them I'm looking for the ones who are craving the challenge, who might look. I don't want to see that defeated, oh, well, she's just better than me kind of mentality that I've seen here in the past, and looking for to set our small wins. Like, what does the win look like to you as a hitter in the box? And what does the win look like you as the pitcher in the circle? And what does the win look like for you as a defender? And we've talked a lot about what we want that to look like, what we want people to see from our program. And I'm going to use it for data moving forward into the year. Who's the tough one? Who wants to crave it? Who will, stand up to the challenge, so to speak? And I'm looking for that toughness, that grittiness, and that'll help me make decisions as we move on into the season and clutch moments. Who are the ones that are going to fight for it and put up a good, a good scratch and claw match. That's just what I'm looking for is somebody who will fight for it and fight for our team. And we've talked a lot about that these last 2 weeks.
Sean?
You have obviously have the reputation of being one of the very best pitching coaches in the nation. This year you made the decision to bring in Mac Morgan, national champion, to be the pitching coach. How have you found the dynamic, one, with just having a pitching coach to be helpful for you? And then 2, how has Mac been in that role?
Coach Natty, that is. We call her Coach Natty. She is doing such a great job. She has such a bright young, I mean, like a future, just bright future. One of the best young pitching coaches out there right now. And of course, she's learning, and she is learning how to we've got a huge pitching staff, so of course that's a whole bunch of different personalities. And having been on a staff at Texas where she played a role, it helps her maybe work with each player and each pitcher and being able to explain the importance of a pitching staff versus a pitcher to carry all the load. I think she's doing a great job with the technique part for sure. She is a great pitch caller, which sometimes you just don't know how that's going to translate because they've had the pitches called for them. She is really doing a good job setting our pitchers up for success. For me, it has allowed me the flexibility to do some more interpersonal relationships with the rest of the team. I'm a lot more involved in the defense. I'm a lot more involved in the offense, and it just allows me to have a relationship or have a pulse on the rest of the group. It also allows me to do some administrative things that maybe were getting pushed aside and we were having to do at the 11th hour or late at night, and I'm able to get some of that stuff done and off of our plate so we can focus more on the X's and O's. So I've really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed having Coach Natty. She's got a big future, and I'm gonna milk it for all it's worth right now while I have her. But I'm proud of her, and she's doing an excellent job.
Justin?
Hey, Coach, you kind of got, I'm curious for your perspective just in general on this one. You picked 9th in the preseason coaches poll. You've kind of, these first couple of years, you kind of had a little bit of that rebuild going on. 9th, externally, low expectations. I want to know for you, what does success look like this year? Is it defying those expectations? Is it getting to a certain point? Is it achieving a certain benchmark? Is it checking a certain box? What does it look like for you for this to be a successful year?
Well, we are definitely better physically. We have more talent, 1 through 25. We have 25 players, 1 through 25. We have more talent. And we are a better skilled team. We have a higher IQ. But do we have the guts? That's the biggest thing I'm looking for is, do we have the guts to push us past 9? And if we do, if we are tough enough, then I think we will surpass a bunch of people's expectations. And I've told our team, South Florida was, I don't know, maybe 9th, or they weren't 9th because we were, maybe 8th, not last year, but the year before, and they went 8th to 1st. And I mean, all of us can use the Indiana story as, motivation for Indiana football, that is, for, starting from the bottom, now we're here type thing. But, I am a tough, I want to scratch, claw. That's kind of that's who I am. I've just had to work really hard, and I really want that to be our identity. And if we can be tough, then we have a shot to overachieve and surprise some folks. And that's left to be said, and we'll have to see that in between the lines this year.
Sean?
Sabrina Wick is the player who made a tremendous impact for you as a freshman. How have you seen her grow even further during this offseason, and how do you expect her to impact your team this year?
She has grown tremendously in her mentality. She is an incredible player. She's a 5-tooler. She's got it all, and she loves it. She literally loves it. And it's so fun to watch her out there at practice every day because she doesn't have a bad day. The growth I have seen is the maturity. Last year, it was, I just get up there and hit. I don't want to know anything about anybody. I don't want to do any film. I don't want to, and we've sort of sold her on, now there's a scouting report, and there's a weak spot, and there's you got to know how they're going to attack you. And she has really bought into that and is really practicing on. She asked Coach Bray for a scouting report, and she has really attacked that scouting report. And she's played second base for us, and probably will do that again this year. And just a sponge. She's anticipating more. Her IQ is higher. She's gonna have an excellent year. Her mentality, her IQ, her athleticism is top notch. But the fact that she's wanting information on what the other team will be looking at is about her is a big step in the right direction.
Sean?
For the first time in school history, you've sold out of season tickets. I think, even as you're building this program and the wins are coming, the the people have been there from the start, and it just seems to keep growing. How big of an impact do the fans make on your team, and how have you kind of been able to build this fan base?
Well, I believe that San Antonio and UTSA build the fan base. It doesn't really have anything to do with me. This is a great school and it is a great city, and we're putting out a better product every single year. And people love a winner, and it's been awesome to see people come out, even though we are, on the rise. But it's been a struggle, and I believe I'm a 100% believer in the fans and how they impact your product on the field. We do this thing called Dugout Intent, and it's been my dream to where the fans actually, we're so good at it in the dugout that the fans learn it and start doing it with us. And I'm gonna try to do some coaching sessions of the fans this year and help them. I mean, I've seen where, our fans are right there on the field. They're right there. And I've seen where, the fans have impacted the umpire in balls and strikes because, the umpire's a human, right? And everybody's cheering for that strike being called, and the umpire's like, oh yeah, every time I put my right hand up, man, the crowd, that feels good. So I'm a big believer in a home field advantage and the impact of a crowd on your team and the environment they create positively on your team, and not necessarily negatively on the other team, but positively on your team, and making it a tough environment for a team to come into to play.
Justin?
You can't say you're going to coach the crowd and just let that go like that. What does coaching the crowd look like here?
Okay, so for real, we have I got this from Brian Kane. Some of you guys probably all know him. I don't know, but so he taught me this a long time ago. Dugout intent versus the noise. Like BATTLE. You hear the little songs and the chants. Those are great. I'm not taking those away from anybody, but if you listen to our dugout, everybody has a job, and everybody is in tune to what's happening on the field. So my favorite part of it though is when our pitcher throws a called strike and our entire dugout goes hi-ya at the same time. I do it when I'm recruiting. I'll be standing there and she'll throw a strike, or I'll just see some random pitcher throw a strike and the umpire calls it and I'm like, hi-ya. Anyway, it's so fun. So I just think it would be awesome if the stands and the dugout were saying hi-ya at the same time. Anyway, I'm going to get in the crowd somehow, some way, and I'm going to try to teach the timing of that. That's the hardest part, is the timing of when to say hi-ya. And, some umpires have the delay, and some umpires do it fast, and you don't always know if it's a ball or a strike and that kind of thing. So, I'm getting in there. I'm getting after them. I'm gonna make them run polls if they can't figure it out. I know it's no boring day here at UTSA softball.
All right, we'll close things out with that. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Birds up.